Hello everyone, my name is Just Neon and I hope you are all having a lovely day. Real quick, I'd just like to apologize if this screen looks a little warped. I am using split screen currently. And before I actually get on with the video, I'd just like to preface for any returning viewers that this is not a comedy-centered video. This whole channel also caters towards being posts of my accomplishments and as of very recently, viewings of games. I'm not going to say reviews because nobody probably cares about my opinion on a game as much as they would hearing about the game itself. And so with that out of the way, I'd just like to take you all on a trip down memory lane. Now for the relevant exposition, we're going to be looking at an old Roblox game. I wouldn't say it's an old Roblox game from like 2009. Definitely not a classic, but it's an old game. Say around the 2014 to 2018 Roblox era. We're going to go ahead and check out FNAF 4 Roleplay Redux, which as you can see from the title, has been reopened. Scrolling down here, let's look at some statistics. Checking out the badges first. This is actually how I first found this game to begin with. I just went through my main account's inventory and checked out on badges, scrolling through many pages. And apparently this game was my first ever on Roblox, at least on an official account and not a guest one. So surprisingly, you can actually notice that 7 people had joined this game for the first time ever. But of course, exiting this screen real quick just to take a look at the visits. I mean, this game has seen better days. 5.5 million visits is still huge, especially with 83% of the 8,800 votes for this game being upvotes, or as it was called back then, likes. Though I think it should be noted that, if I go back to badges real quick again, we can see here that most of those 5.5 million visits were actually returning players, shown by the amount to ever actually win this first time welcome badge. So, going back down, we can actually see that this game was updated quite recently, which I'm assuming is the date that this game reopened, very close to its 9th anniversary. Oh, and figure I might as well just shout out Springtrap OGBG real quick for creating and reopening the first game I've ever played. Anyways, without further ado, let's actually get into the game here. So now that we're actually in the game here, let's take a look at what a lot of roleplay games used to have back then. At least if they're a roleplay game inspired by another game, maybe like an Undertale roleplay, they would have something a lot similar to this. Now, unfortunately, the floor is a bit hard to look at. Try to ignore it. But let's just take you around a few of these morphs real quick. You can see that a lot of these morphs, they're a bit spread out, unfortunately, so I am going to be walking a bit back and forth here. But yeah, these morphs are actually pretty high quality. You can see from, like, even those. You can see, like, all the parts that went into this. Nowadays, these morphs probably are a lot more circular, not very blocky, as you can see here with all these, but for its time, this is actually pretty impressive, especially the small ones here. And over here we got the Game Pass morphs. These are supposedly a lot higher quality. I mean, this right here looks very cool, but yeah, just gonna take a quick glance at some of these Game Pass morphs here. I'm gonna take out my flashlight just in case it's a bit hard to see. Also, some of these do look a little odd. But like with this one, this is actually pretty interesting. You can see it's a lot more chiseled, I guess you could say. Not very blocky, as that one back there. These don't really have much in it. I guess this was pretty new and just unfinished, or it was just intended to look like this. But yeah, I don't even know if that's canon. I haven't played FNAF in such a long time, I wouldn't know. This I do know is canon. This is an actual game. This is their location. But yeah, moving away from the Game Pass morphs, let's try picking up an actual morph so I can show you some other cool things about this. Let's try Original Bonnie here. So, you can see as soon as I picked up that morph, there's this UI that popped up, and a lot of roleplay games also had this similar UI where you could use it to do expressions. As you can see here, these do work as intended. This plays in audio. Some of these have different audios for them. Like Freddy here, he would have a laugh one, I think. But I'm not going to click on this because when I tested this, this was very loud, and also it just sometimes wouldn't play. I'm not sure why that happens, but oh well. Also some more morphs over here. I don't know if I actually went over this, but yeah. Also, the animations on the side here, on the right side, these are actually still working, surprisingly. So yeah. Let's take a look at these buttons over here, the morph remover. Unfortunately, this does not really work as intended. You can see I have this weird walking style, like I'm bouncing. I don't know if you can tell, but like if you look at the top of my hat here, I'm walking a little bit odd. Um, but as for these other two buttons, the face remover works as intended. I'll show you that real quick. And the hat accessory remover also works as intended. So let's try the hat remover first. Hat's gone. Face remover. Face is gone. But with this one, it just makes you lose all your skin. Unless you don't have a morph, in which case it would just make you walk a little funny still. But yeah. Another thing I'd like to show you real quick before I leave this morph room. This is actually pretty impressive. So yeah, this one actually has an animation attached to the morph, which is very cool. So I think I've shown you everything here. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport to the actual map where you find most people role-playing. I figured that I might as well just remove my morph real quick just to show you guys more clearly about the maps, and also because I want to show you that these buttons actually do work. These ones definitely work, I'll show you that quickly, but both of these buttons do work as intended, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, right now we're at the diner. This, I believe, is the first map-ish to be added in the game. You can see this is the whole map, and of course over there would be the spawn room. I'm not sure what that other room is, but I won't worry about it too much. But yeah, for this first map, it's very simple. Nothing really special about it. These cars don't actually work. I think the scripts have been removed or they were just broken over time. But yeah, not really much detail going on here. You can see with the trees, they're only spread out among a certain section of the map. And the doors, they don't even really open. You just go through them. And also just, there's no knob on the outside for some reason. And then with the exterior details, you can just see it's a simple roof and a simple wall and just a little dumpster-free model, I believe, added out there. But yeah, also the same texture all throughout. You know, nothing really crazy going on the walls here. All wooden texture. Some of these doors do work and they do open, like this one, opening out to the storage room. If you played Five Nights at Freddy's 1, you would recognize a lot of this. This, I'm assuming, would be where the security guard room would be. And let's see, I think this one was the other extra stage. You can see this main stage out here, and then you would have this one right here. Sorry about that, that is my Discord, in case you heard that. But yeah, not really much going on here with the diner. Let's go outside real quick. You know, just a quick look. Billboard's empty. Nothing really crazy. Swing set's over here. I'm not sure why this was added. It doesn't really work, but I guess it's, you know, just some extra detail so the outside doesn't really look so empty. If I teleport outside, this is all actually linked to the house here. So everything with this one and all on the right side here is inside this building. Of course, this door doesn't work for some reason. Unfortunate. But if I teleport inside the house, you can see it's the same building. Let me take out my flashlight because this is pretty dark. I want to try to find a specific thing here. Alright, so these windows out here. If I teleport outside, you'll actually notice that those windows are right there. So yeah, this is the same building as everything here. I'm not sure why the room just darkens completely once I teleport in, but I'm not going to worry about the details here. You can see a note here. I'm not sure if this is lore accurate. I don't even know what this is talking about. I haven't played FNAF in so long I wouldn't recognize it. But yeah, very dark. I'm not sure this goes anywhere. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. I kind of forgot that the doors here were actually interactive. So these, you know, a lot more quality went into this building. As you can tell from these walls, you know, they're actually given a specific design instead of just a little texture. But yeah, this is, I'm assuming, the main little sister room, I think, of the main character in FNAF 4. But yeah, not much going on here. Let me try this door real quick. Ah, that one doesn't open. Well, going in here, this is actually the bedroom, so if you play FNAF 4, you would actually recognize this. This is where the game takes place. Sorry if I get stuck. The flashlight is, it has collision on for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. So yeah, just some details around here. Nothing crazy. The closet, nothing crazy in here either. Just a little closet. A bit hard to go through as you'd actually have to go in first person to slide through it. And of course this door does open. Now, the last thing I'd like to show you here in this house is this section right here. This is actually the, I believe the guy was called Plush Trap. Spring Trap was from FNAF 3. But yeah, Plush Trap, different guy. I think this is the mini game here where you try to flash your light and catch him before he gets up to you. I think. I'm not sure. I've never really played FNAF 4, so I might be wrong on some things here. But, yeah. I think that sums it up for this game. You know, nothing too crazy. But I'm not done yet. See, right before I ended this video, I just wanted to go over it real quick that this game used to have so much life in it. It's nowadays, you know, it's a skeleton of its former self. It's nothing like what it used to be. There's like no one on this game anymore. But back then, you know, there's a lot of things that happened. Um, so many role plays, so many stories that were formed here by all the people that played this game. You know, it used to be so much better. Of course, these days, you know, times have changed. You know, you gotta get over it. A lot of the people that used to or have played this game before, they've moved on and gone into better things. But back then, this is pretty simple. You just go around, you talk to people, you make up a story or something like that. I don't know. Me personally, I just like the animatronics and the way things looked. I'd have to reset to show you, but yeah, I just really like the morphs and all. But actually, like inside the game, a lot of stuff went on, I'm sure, But these days, it's like nothing. It's a husk, and it's a pretty common theme throughout all the games we're going to be looking at. I don't think any are really, there'd be very, very few games that we look at that actually still have player activity on it. But yeah, with these roleplay games, it's really sad to see them die out, considering how old they are, what used to be going on, the activity that used to be going on, the stories and all. I'm really repeating myself here, but I'm just trying to emphasize like how this game used to be. But yeah, now with that being said, if you really like this video, subscribe, leave a like, comment. It really helps with attraction and all. And also letting me know like if you guys really want to see more of this. I'd be happy to do more of these things. I have tons and tons of games to look at, and while a lot of them are locked and closed, there are a few lucky ones like this game here that aren't and are still playable to this day, even though they may not function as intended. So yeah, with that being said, here's my outro. Goodbye, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one, probably. Goodbye.